So, welcome to another brand new vlog on my page, on my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gargi. I am a second year law student at VS College of Law, Mumbai University. And this video is one of the most awaited videos on my channel and one of the most delayed videos, which is the Q&A vlog. So, this is the 19th birthday special Q&A wherein I answer all of your questions that you guys have asked me throughout the year. And this is that vlog that I have been meaning to shoot to answer your questions, but because of the paucity of the time and also my schedule and every other thing that was happening, that was not in my favor in recording this video for you guys. And let's begin with the Q&A. And here we go. I have also written all of your questions down on my notes app here, and I will be answering your questions. So, without further ado, let's get started with the Q&A. The timestamps to all the questions will be there in the description box below. So if you guys are interested to know a certain other question, you guys can just click on the timestamps in the description box below and go to that part. But also you guys can just enjoy the whole video as well. So with that being said, let us get into answering the questions. The question that I have been asked is साड़ी कहाँ से ली? My birthday sari for the context. It is from this one cloth market in Mumbai, in Dadar, the Hindamata. It is not the full sari, like the sari is not um, done. उसकी लेस मुझे अब तक मिली नहीं है, so it's still an incomplete sari, but I really wanted to wear a sari on my birthday. And so that is why I wore the sari, and वो साड़ी अभी तक पूरी complete हुई नहीं है. So whenever it happens, जब भी होगा वो, I will be re-wearing it again. And I hope I find the lace that I want on that sari super soon, because I really want to wear it. But yes, that is what it is. So the market is called Hindamata Market. There is another 2 3 markets that you can hop on into and see which, where you get your preferred color and the material that you want of the sari. I found mine in Hindamata. It is a tissue sari. So yes, I will attach the photo of the sari right here. And if you have followed me on my Instagram handle, you guys have seen a lot of content on in that sari and photos of that as well. And with that being said, if you have not yet followed me there, go ahead and follow me if you haven't yet. I will link my Instagram down below and also inside of it on the screen for you guys. Question, which is gifts kya kya mile? My answer is not going to be a very expected answer, but for me, my gifts are my people. And as much as cliche as it sounds, it is not for me, because I genuinely believe that my people that I get to call as my people, that very few people जो मैं आई कैन काउंट ऑन माई फिंगर टिप्स, उतने ही लोग जिनको मैं अपना बोल सकती हूँ, I have gotten them. I think that is the best gift that God could give to me. So any other gift apart from that would be materialistic. And as much as everybody loves being gifted things, so do I. But for me, I think my people are my biggest and greatest gifts of all times. I think without them being here right now filming this video, or even in general getting through 2025 or even 2024 or even years before, that would not have been possible. So I think that is the biggest gift that I have gotten ever in my whole 19 years of life. The third is, how do you feel after turning 19? Mm, it's a good question. I have to think for an answer for this, because of course काफ़ी काफ़ी अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. तो see, it's both good, bad, mediocre, everything. So I think I'm still trying to process how it feels to be 19, though. I mean, how do I feel? It's a mix of emotions 24/7. That is one. Two, after turning 19, at least in my birthday month, I accepted my natural curls as they are. I think accepting what naturally I have been given by God, which are my natural curls, and falling in love with them, I think that is what is one of the biggest feelings. I mean, biggest happy feeling that I have at the moment is that accepting my natural curls as they are, and I guess I'm happy with that. So, I mean, so the next question that has been asked to me is, where does your fearless confidence to speak so nicely come from? Is this a question or a compliment? I'll take it as a question first and compliment later. But thank you so much for complimenting if it was a compliment. Uh, Answering to your question, where does your fearless confidence? So, honestly, I have always had this habit of talking and yapping and just talking. And being the single child and having nobody to talk to, I used to talk to myself. I still talk to myself a lot. People will call me idiot if you all see me talk to myself. It just started becoming into a habit of talking. Then I started picking up my camera just to talk to the camera, because अगर मैं खुद से बात कर रही हूँ तो मैं खुद से बात कर रही हूँ, अगर कैमरा से बात कर रही हूँ तो एटलीस्ट देर इज आई फील लाइक आई एम टॉकिंग टू समवन. Then I also was a part of Trinity College London. I have done my speech and drama and communication skills. I have cleared grade 5 of it, and I could not clear. I mean, I could not continue with the next 3 exams because of relocating and all of those things. But I have got my certification for grade 5, and that was one thing wherein I went ahead and I started speaking on the stage. I started enacting. Speech and drama and communication skills and everything was included in that. And then I also started anchoring and hosting events. So I used to have a mic in my hand and I used to just go on with the script and the flow. And I think that is how it started building up, this whole thing of me talking. So I'm still learning. I will not say that I am the best. There are many good anchors, there are many good speakers, and there are many good vloggers and creators online, amazing creators online, some that I take inspiration from. And I think it's a long way to go. I'm still learning. Every single day is a new learning for me. So, yes. The fifth question is, how is law treating you so far? I am 3 semesters in. My last exam, which was supposed to be on 22nd of December, has been postponed to the 5th of Jan. And that is how law is treating me at this point. I'm not going to get New Year's to enjoy. I'm not going to enjoy my Christmas break. That is how law is treating me in summary. But law is treating me like how law treats in general to any law student. It's giving opportunities. It's up to me if I can accommodate those opportunities and work on them and make the best out of it. Or because of time constraints, I might have to drop a few ideas or opportunities that come my way. But either way around, it is treating fine apart from the exam delays and everything. But yeah, the next question is, are you a first generation lawyer? I have been asked this question so many times, and here's my answer to it. Yes, I am a first generation female lawyer in my family. Never doubted why you choose law. In a simple one letter word, no, I have not. Except the time when I was not able to get into my dream university. Yes, that was the time when I doubted if this was really supposed to be working in my favor, or was I taking the right decision, because एक चीज दो बार रिपीट हुई, ऐसे भी नहीं है कि कहीं पे हुआ. But long story short, everything is fine at this point. And I think I do not have a reason to doubt why I chose law now. So I'm just happy. Question is, YouTuber or lawyer if you had a choice? Any day and every day, a lawyer and advocate, and then follow my passion of being on YouTube. Because, see, one, I might take a break from YouTube because I want to focus on my career, not because it is my career path, but because it is my passion to work in the field of law. But I would come back to my passion into media and everything. Once I am settled, once I am in this whole legal field, to give back to what kept me going through my legal journey, which is again uh, YouTube and Instagram and everything. So what do you think is your greatest strength? क्यों मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है सीवी वाला क्वेश्चन पूछा है, बट आई थिंक इफ आई हैव टू से वन ऑफ माई ग्रेटेस्ट स्ट्रेंथ is I think at this point I do not get affected with the, I mean, I have not been affected by the amount of people and the list of people that have left me in this journey or in throughout my life, because I mean, I'm so used to that that it doesn't affect me, and even if anybody has to, you can simply just go without even telling me. It is fine, understandable, I get it. I have my people who still are there with me even when I have given them a thousand, a million reasons to, just pack their bags and leave and say tara bye bye. But they have not, they have still stayed. No matter what happens, they are there, they have showed up, they have stayed. And I think that is something that I value, cherish, and appreciate a lot amongst the people that have stayed. Will be, I can count on my fingertips. Accept the fact that not everybody is going to be with you, no matter whatever bond or relation that you share with the other person, be it friends, be it your close friends, be it your acquaintances, be it your bullies, be it whoever. It's fine. They are meant to go. It is not that everybody is going to stay. And that I have accepted that thing, and I think I am in good terms with that. So, people who have left, I am fine. I don't think that is affecting me. Like, what is my favorite kill time? I never had the time to think about my favorite kill time. At max, if there is something that I have to kill time, it is making content, editing it, and uploading it. That is my favorite kill time. So the next question that has been asked to me is, would you be a great YouTuber, lawyer, or a lawyer if you only had a choice, which would you choose? I, as I said, I would first would my first priority would be becoming an advocate, and then I would come to YouTube if, like, if things work well and I have the time to be on YouTube, I would be on YouTube. So if I had to choose, I would choose being a lawyer first, because that is my priority, that is my passion. And YouTube is something that is my passion, but also something, it's a part of my hobby that I don't want to uh, exhaust and make it extinct like many of my other hobbies have. And the next question is, why didn't you make your Insta private? Why public? Don't you feel unsafe and all? One, everybody feels unsafe 24/7, and I do not think, I am of the belief that I do not want to limit um, my hobby to being on a private ID. The whole purpose of having it on a public ID is because I get to showcase my hobby, my talent of editing, my talent of maybe content creation, voiceovers or scripting or around that, and I get to showcase that talent on to the public account. And I think that is why I have not private made my account private. And secondly, the whole purpose of being a content creator is to impart the type of content I make, and to tell people and let people know about how life is in law school and in general. And I don't think that would be possible with a private account, and that is why I have a public account. As simple as that. ये आपको unsafe feel हो सकता है, you're not safe anywhere. So I think that is not a criteria to judge why I have a private or a public account on Instagram. The next question is, why law? It's a very big question. Why law? Which college? What do you see in your future in law? Litigation, corporate, give CLAT. Do you want to be a judge? Okay, so let me answer all of these questions now. Why law? One, because it is my passion. ये सब लोग बोलते हैं it's my passion to be in law. But for me, I think I resonate so well with law that uh, I wanted to make some difference in this field later, like in the future. I want to make some difference in this field, and that is why of course, I had an option of getting into mass media and communications because I have done mass media and communications in my ninth and 10th grade. And I was an art student in 11th and 12th grade. So I would have easily been able to, like, do degree in mass media. But honestly, that was not something that I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was law. And that is why we are here. I am having this page called Gargi's Journey to Black Coat and my love for black coat as well. ठीक है. तो and simultaneously I'm keeping my hobbies also in tap with it, with going ahead with my professional life, which is a professional degree. So I think, yeah, I mean, if I'm able to manage both of those things, I'm happy with it. And which college? I am in VS College of Law, Mumbai University. What do you see your future in law? So, if I could see my future, then is it me living in present than my future? That is my question to myself. खैर फिलहाल के लिए because I'm in second year, I do not have much insights. But as time progresses, as the semesters go ahead, I believe that I will come to a certain niche that I want to pursue, which I cannot say for sure right now, which is basically like litigation, corporate, or judiciary. But at some point of time, I will be sure of what I want to do, and you guys will also be knowing it. So उस चीज़ को होने के लिए go ahead and subscribe if you haven't yet. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't yet. And let's carry on with the Q&A because I think this question would be apt to answer 2 3 years down the line. And yes, I gave CLAT twice, I gave ALET twice, I gave SLAT twice, I got waitlisted in SLAT twice. So yeah, I also gave MHCAT, and in my first attempt I got into BS. Now, let's get to the next question, which is what is the role of mindset and discipline in your life as of now? Now, I'll quickly to sum this answer up in a few, like in a gist. If you asked this to me in 2023 when I was giving my first CLAT attempt, it would be basically forgetting the fact that I have pain in my body. I was not able to wake up and I was not able to sit and study. But forgetting that pain and studying through the day for CLAT 2024. If you go to 2024, and when I did not clear my first attempt, and uh, I had to choose between what I want to do. My mindset went into taking into going into a backup college and still preparing for CLAT 2025 because एक safety net होना बहुत important है for any juniors who are watching this. Please listen to this. Please have a safety net if you guys want to, still give an exam like CLAT. तो set which was progressive with the fact that मुझे CLAT clear करना है, but at the same time I want to have a small safety net around me because life is very uncertain and CLAT and consortium is absolutely uncertain. So, and then in 2025, when none of it worked, when my second attempt, I could not clear my second attempt and could not even get into symbiosis because I got waitlisted. I think the discipline my discipline was tested in 2023 and 2024, and 2025 tested my mindset. I had so many setbacks in the last 3 years, like 3 4 years, that my brain was trained to get through the setbacks and implement a new mindset and work through the new thing. So I think basically it is your own retrospection into this thing about how your mind would react to a certain situation and how you would come to an end conclusion to it. For me, it was basically just working towards what I could do best at that point of time, and that is exactly what I have been doing throughout the last 3 4 years. So I think that is what the role of mindset is. It comes as you start understanding how your reaction to a certain situation is going to be, how you are going to personally react to it, and how you know, your reaction, acceptance, and your correspondence to that particular situation is what would determine your role in the mindset and discipline of your life. So I think that is what it is. Okay, the next question that I have been asked is, who is your favorite senior in college? I do not have any favorite senior, but people that I get, I call my favorite people Isha di, Lavanya di. So the next question is, who is your favorite senior and why? So this question will be, I will be able to answer because I have one favorite senior throughout my preparation, throughout everything, and I'll tell you guys why as well. It is Vidhi Srivastav. Why? Number one, thank you, Manav sir, for being the person because of whom I know who Vidhi is, and I personally know her, and I think her impact on me and my preparatory journey was so much. The way she looks into how life is, how to go ahead with life, no matter how many setbacks are there. I think it's her page that I have binge watched time and again. All of her videos have been watched, I think, 4 or 5 times. I have randomly, endlessly watched her vlogs throughout. Like, I am, they're everlasting vlogs that will always be played whenever I feel low. I think that is something that is so nice. And I think, I mean, the guidance that she gave to me during my preparation days was, so I had to relocate to the stairs, but we will be continuing the Q&A. So the next question that I have been asked is, do you like your college? And the answer is yes, I do like my college a lot. That is it. The next question जो मुझे पूछा गया है, it is, I can't even stand up for myself. It scares. How will I do in court? How do you deal with it? So I think, one, you need to start standing up for yourself, no matter how hard it is, how impossible it sounds. It sounds impossible to me as well at some point of time, but yes, you have to stand up for yourself. No matter what the situation is, your self-respect is more important than other people thinking about you, and your self-respect is so much more important for you, because without that, I don't think you can go ahead in life. And self-respect is the first form of love you can give to yourself, and so I think that is very important. So try try doing it as much as possible. Take help from your close, near and dear ones. I'm pretty sure there will be a set of people who would be there to help you out, and you can do good with that thing as well. The next question that I have been asked is, I don't have good English speaking skills in English, and I'm very unconfident. Will I be able to excel in law school? I am very scared about moot courts. Yes, you will be able to excel in law school. And uh, and about not having good English speaking skills, I think you need to sit with yourself and get yourself accustomed to having good speaking skills in English. Talk with people in English a lot, as much as possible. I have done that. It works wonders. And I think that is one of the best thing that you can gift to yourself for the longer run, especially for a profession like legal or a law profession. And I am also very scared of moot courts. I was shit scared when I was in my first moot court competition, and I was even more scared when Lavanya Di was taking the simulation for pleading. But just trust me, that scary thing needs to happen, because without that, I don't think you would be able to understand how moods work, how your brain works in moot court while you're pleading in front of the bench and in front of your opponents. And I think that is very important for you guys to be scared and overcome that scary thing that is there in your mind for moods. So I think my seniors would agree to this thing as well. The next question is, stream in 12th grade. My stream in 12th grade was humanities or arts. I had pol science, psych, and social. and his economics, English, Marathi were my subjects. So, and EVS. The next question that I have been asked is, if you were a ghost, would you, how would you haunt people? One, I don't ghost people. Two, I don't wish to be a ghost. But if it were to haunt people, I think I would let my let them be haunted by the fact that they thought I was incapable of doing a certain thing, and I ended up doing that in a much better way, if possible. And otherwise, I'll let God haunt them in the way God finds it appropriate, to the people who chose to cause me pain and cause me to go through whatever I went through in pain. And yeah, I mean, I think God does justice to people who do stuff that is not favorable, and God is seeing everything, and ऊपर वाला सब देख रहा है, ऊपर वाला सबका हिसाब रखता है, शायद मैं कभी भूल जाऊँ बट ऊपर वाला नहीं भूलेगा. Of your own efforts, however good bad they are, and God will give it back to you. Your efforts, your actions come back with a reaction from God, if not other people, and at some point of time you get back what you give. So if I were to name my brain, I think I would still call it brain, because it is brain for a reason, and I don't want to rename it into something different. But yeah, it's brain for me. uh, So the next question I have been asked is, if you choose to get married one day, what would your dream proposal scenario be like? Now, to answer this question in simple words, one, whatever the dream proposal scenario would be, I would want to discuss it my with the person I see a future with, and not with the public first through a Q&A. Secondly, if my page is still active when I get proposed, you guys will see a vlog or something around that, because I love to capture memories. And I think it's best for you guys to see the end result in place of the planning and everything, because I think that planning needs to be between the two people. I mean, I hope that answers the question in very simple terms. Question is, now that you are getting great response on Instagram, would you love to increase the frequency of your posts? Yes, I absolutely want to, but because of time constraints, I'm not able to, do that. But I will be making my 2026 content calendar much more functional, much more improvised than this year, and I promise that to you guys will be seeing that on my page on both Instagram and YouTube. And yeah, the next question I have been asked is, your favorite hangout place in Mumbai. I have not gone out as much as other people do, but out of the places that I have been to, I absolutely love K Rustam's. I love Marines, but I've never gone to Marines, but I have gone to K Rustam's once. I had the sandwich ice cream. I absolutely love it. Secondly, Badshah ki pav bhaji. Third, Panchikar. And there are other lists as well. There's a list that I would love to go back to, but I do not have people to hang out with. So I have never been out hanging out with people. But yes, your biggest motivation, I think it is the faith that my people have in me. No matter what happens, they have, I mean, I might not feel that, but they already have faith in me that I will be able to do this thing, I will be able to do better in whatever aspect it is. And the constant faith and constant support is my biggest motivation so far. So, and even in future as well. This whole Q&A is, आपकी boss lady वाली personality का राज. Oh, I got called boss lady. Am I really a boss lady? बस मुझे पता नहीं है, ये कोई मुझे बता दे तो मुझे भी पता चले, बिकॉज आई स्वेयर आई डोंट हैव एनी आइडिया अबाउट इट. आई स्वेयर आई डोंट हैव एनी आइडिया अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन, हाउ टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन. आई मीन, अगर मेरे जो बहुत करीब वाले दोस्त हैं, अगर उनको पता है इस चीज़ का राज, तो प्लीज़ बता दीजिए मुझे, बिकॉज आई नीड टू नो, बिकॉज आई हैव बीन कॉल्ड बॉस लेडी एट दिस पॉइंट. I really want to know. But yes, that is it for this Q&A. and I hope I answered your questions pretty well. If I did, do let me know in the comments. And if you have any other questions that you want me to answer sooner or later in the next Q&A vlog, let me know in the comments down below. I would be happy to answer your questions, and I hope to make more such Q&A videos in the future. And yep, that is it for this one. That is a wrap on this one, and I will see you guys in my next vlog. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, take care, bye bye, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye. Bye bye.